Hi everybody, and welcome to your full body weight workout. We are going to start with a quick little warm up and get straight into it. Let's start seated in the center of our mat. Let's draw that belly to spine, lengthening that back, drawing those gaps down your back. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, lifting arms up towards that left hand side as we reach over, then coming back to center to reach over towards the other side. And we're going to do 3 of these on each side. And last one. And slowly coming back into a seated position. We're going to do 3 shoulder rolls back, then 3 shoulder rolls forward before we bring our arms into T-point. Palms facing away from the body and little circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and backwards and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing arms in front of you, deep breath in and exhaling, opening that right hand and looking over that right shoulder, then back to center, then doing that same thing with the other side. That's 2. We're doing again 3 on each side, and that's 2 for the right and 2 for the left, and 3 for the right and 3 for the left. I want you to bring those legs into a crisscross position, and we're going to bring arms in front of us and reaching forward as far as we can go, extending that body and pushing the shoulders into the ground and walking over towards the left hand side and back to center, pushing the shoulders into the ground and walking over towards the other side, allowing that body to stretch out and getting ready for this awesome workout that we're about to do. Let's lift ourselves back up into a seated position. We're turning over onto our all fours, and we are going to bring that right leg off the floor and left leg off the floor. We're going to hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here into elbow knee tuck. That's 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. We're doing 8 of these. 6, core tight. 7 and 8. Dropping down and slowly bringing left arm to the side and right leg to the side and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, dropping those limbs to lift. Left leg and right arm, deep breath in, exhale, knee and elbow tuck. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep working. And 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and bringing your limbs to the sides and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, dropping down and lifting those glutes up towards the ceiling as we draw that head through those arms, pushing those heels into the ground, bending right knee as you push left heel into the ground and back over. And just walking those legs out and slowly coming back down into that all fours and pushing into rest position, pushing those shoulders into the ground and slowly coming back up into that all fours position. We're lifting and hovering those knees off the floor. Deep breath in, exhale, lift and hover. And from here, we are slowly going to lean backwards and back into all fours. And keeping those knees hovering off the floor. That's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Keep going. 7 and 8. Back to center into chest touches, making sure you're not slanting from left to right as you're lifting your hand. And let's go for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back straight. Last push, pulling those knees away from each other. Deep breath in, exhale, squeezing, and back to center. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Keep working. And 7 and 8. Back to center, dropping down and leaning back into rest position, pushing the shoulders into the ground, pushing and relaxing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and turning over onto your side. We're going to lean onto that right hand, and we are lifting those hips off the floor and extending that upper limb. This other hand is up overhead, and we are toe tapping, then back up. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, making sure you're not slumping into that shoulder. 7 and 8. Back up, bending that elbow behind your leg, extending that leg. Deep breath in, exhale, hip drop. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Make sure you're not hyperextending that elbow. 5, or dropping into that shoulder. 6 and 7 and 8, and slowly bending down and turning over onto your back. Let's stretch out that right glute for an active recovery before we progress. Very nice. Let's keep working on getting that strength and that feel-good feeling. Let's place both our feet on the floor. We are lifting right leg up into tabletop, then left leg, then extending those legs up towards the ceiling and bringing arms overhead. Deep breath in, exhale, lifting head, neck and chest off the floor and slowly down. That's 1. And if you want more of a challenge, you can lower those legs, then lift back up. That's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Keeping core tight. And 6. Using your core to lift the shoulders off the floor. 7 and 8. Bringing arms into T position and hugging those knees towards your chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing those arms back into T-point and bringing those knees back into that tabletop position. We are slowly going to lift those legs up towards the ceiling and bringing those legs back to tabletop position. We are opening those knees away from each other and deep breath in, exhale, toe tap, then back up. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, core nice and tight, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Bringing those knees back in, interlacing hands behind the head. Deep breath in, exhale, lifting head, neck and chest off the floor, and inhale, exhale, lowering down. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Keep going, core tight. 6, 7 and 8. Holding head, neck and chest off the floor. We are toe tapping and back up, and that's 2 and 3. Keeping core tight, and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Last little push straight into our bicycle crunches and extending left leg as we rotate towards that right knee. That's 1 and 2, 3, slow and controlled, 4, making sure we're doing that beautiful muscular activation to perform the movement, and 7 and 8, back to center and hugging those knees towards your chest. We're going to turn over onto our left hand sides, and I want us to rest on that lower limb. We are lifting our hips off the floor into extended arm plank position, extending that upper leg. Deep breath in, exhale, toe tap and back up. That's 1 and 2, and extending as we reach 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Bending that elbow behind your head. Deep breath in and hip drops. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And slowly dropping that leg down, dropping that knee, dropping those hips, and turning over to stretch out that glute that we've just used, hugging those knees to chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're turning back over onto our all fours. Last little push of the day. Very well done. Let's lift that right leg up, then that left leg. Deep breath in, exhale, knee tuck, back into extension, then left knee tuck, back into extension, back into extension, and right. That's 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And holding in this position, we're going to take a deep breath, lifting that left leg off the floor. Inhale, exhale, toe tap. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Dropping that leg down, lifting left leg. Inhale, exhale, toe tap. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Dropping that leg down, dropping those knees and leaning into that rest position, pushing those shoulders into the ground and coming back up. If you would prefer to do this one with your knees in, you can do so, just making sure that you are activated. We are going to be doing push-ups with chest touches. So either with your knees in, or you can do it in that push-up position. So let's take a deep breath in, exhale, chest touch into push-up. That's 1. We're doing 8 of these, and 2, core tight, 3, 4, we halfway, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And slowly back up and leaning into that rest position, pushing the shoulders into the ground, lifting leg onto the side as we come back into that all fours, and leaning back all the way, pushing those glutes into the ground as we draw that groin towards the wall in front of us, and lifting yourself slowly back up and holding before we come all the way back down to do that same thing with the other leg, extending, rotating the tailbone outwards as we draw and lean back, pushing that groin into the ground, lifting yourself all the way up into seated, and slowly walking yourself back down and turning around into a seated position. We're extending that left leg out as we tuck that right foot into that groin and reaching over towards that left toe, and slowly come back into center to do that same thing with the other side, and reaching over and slowly coming back up. Thanks for joining me with that body weight workout. If you're wanting more of a challenge, I would recommend you doing that workout another 2 times. Very well done, and I will see you in the next video.